Good evening, friends. Today we will be discussing Black-Scholes option pricing model. So Black-Scholes won the Nobel Prize award for this particular formula, and this is basically used for valuation of European call options. So Black-Scholes model had basically certain parameters which it used to calculate the value of options. So let's first discuss each of these parameters so that post that we can understand the formula in a much easier way. So first parameter that was used is the S0, we will term it as is the stock price of that particular share. K is the strike price of that particular share. That is what we are expecting it to be in near future. R is the risk-free rate of return. Please note it is risk-free in the case of Black-Scholes. T is time to expiry. The weird looking this symbol called as sigma. Okay, it is the standard deviation of the logarithmic return. Okay, it is also called as volatility of a particular share. In simple terms, if I have to explain what does this sigma means, say for example, there is one share which is like pricing in a normal distribution is like this. The prices are going up, down, but they are in a kind of a flat structure. But there is another share whose pricing are like this. Okay, so I will term it as like S1. So I can say S1 is more volatile in comparison to S0. Okay, so this is the meaning of standard deviation. So higher the standard deviation, higher will be the value of option. Now let's concentrate on the calculation of the price. So we will divide the formula into two parts for easy remembrance. First part is what we are going to get on the exercise date. So we are going to get the stock price of that particular share. So to get the stock price, we multiply stock price into a probability. So in Black-Scholes, that probability is termed as ND1. What is ND1? We will discuss it in little bit further details down. The second part what is there is the value that we are going to pay. So on the exercise date, what we are going to pay is the strike price we are going to pay. E to the power RT is nothing but the present value at perpetuity. Okay, if you solve this formula of a particular calculating present value in perpetuity, answer will be equal to E to the power RT multiplied by probability of that exercise price coming into play. So if we divide this formula into two parts, it will become very easy for you to remember. So I have written it here also. Your first part is what I am getting into probability of me getting that particular price, that is S0 into ND1. Second part is what I am paying uska present value into probability of that event happening. So यहाँ पे both the probabilities are different. Okay, so यहाँ पे the logic of P equals to 1 will not apply. Here both these probabilities are different. Now let's come to the calculation of ND1 and ND2. These two are very weird looking, difficult looking formulas, but you have to remember this from exam point of view, and you have to learn this. We will learn how to use this particular formula in Excel, because on paper and pen it will take very long time for you to calculate these formulas. Okay, so ND1 equals to logarithmic into ln into ln into stock price divided by the strike price plus R plus sigma, which is our standard deviation का square root, standard deviation का square divided by 2 to multiplied by t divided by sigma into root over of t. Okay, so this is formula of ND1. There is no other choice what you have, but you have to remember this formula. Formula for ND2 is exactly same as ND1. Only difference is यहाँ पे ये plus में था, and in ND2 this will be in the minus. Okay, that is the only difference. So if you remember one formula also, entire sum you can easily solve. Okay, so just to understand one simple logic about the standard deviation. So if you see in the formula of ND1, okay, in the formula of ND1 standard deviation is getting added. So higher the standard deviation, it will result when it multiplied with S0. ND1 is getting multiplied by S0. So that will increase the value of the स्टॉक प्राइस S0 का वैल्यू वो बढ़ा देगा. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई इट विल इंक्रीज द वैल्यू ऑफ ऑप्शन. एंड उसका दूसरा इंपैक्ट क्या है, अगर मेरा सिग्मा मेरा स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन अगर बढ़ रहा है तो यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे ND2 के केस में वो माइनस में है, तो मेरा ND2 का वैल्यू कम कर देता है। ओके, सो अगर वो ND2 का वैल्यू कम कर रहा है तो मेरा ये पे वाला जो वैल्यू है, ये पे वाला वैल्यू वो उसको भी कम कर रहा है। सो ND1 के थ्रू वो बढ़ा रहा है, ND2 के थ्रू वो कम कर रहा है। सो ओवरऑल अगर सिग्मा बढ़ता है तो वैल्यू ऑफ द ऑप्शन ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेस। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम 1 मार्क MCQ ऑल्सो. So now let's come to the practical application of Black-Scholes, and let's go through one practical sum. We will do it in Excel. You can do it in OpenOffice also. Formula will be exactly same. All the functions what you are using here will exactly be same what will you use in OpenOffice. So the details given to you are stock price is S0 is 100. For simplicity, I have taken exercise price as 100. Volatility I have taken as 30. Risk-free rate of return I have taken 4. Term I have taken as 1. Dividend I have taken 0. Assuming it's a European call option, there will be no dividend which we are going to pay. Okay. So if I have to calculate now, if I have to calculate D1, so first we will calculate D1 here. Putting brackets is very important because entire sum can go wrong if your one bracket will also get missed. So we will put bracket. In that we'll write ln, again open bracket. What is my S0? I am linking every number. Okay, S0 is a C3 divided by K, close bracket, plus my rate, just a second, my rate plus, again I am making a bracket because I have to apply a whole square to this. I am putting raised to the power 2 divided by 2 multiplied by T. I am closing the numerator का पूरा bracket divided by the denominator. Denominator is my nothing but sigma into root over of t. तो root over का फॉर्मूला होगा SQRT. In Excel we write SQRT T. Okay, so I am closing all the brackets. So my D1 has come 0.28. If now I have to calculate D2, so I will just copy this exact formula here. Okay, and यहाँ पे खाली इस जगह पे मैं इसको माइनस कर दूंगा. Okay, I will just put a minus symbol here. Okay, so now if I have to calculate ND1, ND1 is nothing but NORM DIST, normal distribution, NORM SDIST, and I will just link it here. Okay, and I will just drag the formula here. So these are my normal distribution value. And now if I have to calculate the value of the option, call option, then my answer will be my S0 multiplied by ND1 का value minus my strike price into e to the power minus RT, which is like perpetual present value, EXP. The formula in Excel is EXP multiplied by minus R is 4% into T, which is 1, bracket closed, multiplied by ND2. So 13.735 is my answer for value of the call. If I have to calculate value of the put, the only changes what happens in the entire formula is the way ND1 and ND2 are calculated. Okay, so in that case ND1 will be calculated by taking it as minus of D1 and minus of D2, and formula will be just reverse of it. So in this case the formula will start with K0, sorry, strike price into EXP minus R into T into ND2 minus S0 into ND1. So this will be the value of put option. So this is the way calculation of Black-Scholes happens. Now in examination, you might get some parameters which are missing. You might have been given ND1 and you are supposed to calculate ND2. Then in that case, it is very simple. The calculation of ND2 will be done in this way. D2 equals to D1 minus sigma into root of t, square root of t. Okay, and then you have to just put the normal formula of normal distribution. Okay, so this is the way ND1, ND2 and the value under Black-Scholes is calculated. You may get one sum for this, and if you get that and if you know this particular formula, you will be able to solve all the three parts of it. So please revise the formulas, go through the formulas once, try to practice it yourself. I will upload this Excel file along with the Word file, and I will add one or two sums more for your practice so that you also become champion in this particular option valuation. Thank you.